Welcome to 7 weeks smoke-free with me, Cynical Mikey. So it's officially been 7 weeks, almost to the minute since my last cigarette, and I feel a whole lot better than I did 7 weeks ago. I feel a whole lot better than I did from last week's 6-week smoke-free update. It seems like I keep on getting just a little bit more energy back as time goes on, which of course is a very good thing. Still not completely out of the woods yet, still having cravings. As a matter of fact, I was having a craving as I was starting to film this. I started filming this almost 4 hours ago, and I stopped because I had a craving for a cigarette, and then I kind of just knocked me out of it, lost my mood and everything, so I stopped for a while, but here I am back again. So one thing that a lot of people talk about when quitting smoking is something that normally has never been an issue for me in the past when I've quit. But I've hit a point in my life where I'm no spring chicken anymore. So something's been happening to me over the last few weeks since I quit smoking. And it wasn't so much of a factor when I first quit, because I was keeping myself busy by doing things, actually getting up, moving around, and occupying my time, to avoid cravings and avoid smoking. But, you can only do so much of that, especially, with somebody like me who has a lot of anxiety. That's a really tough thing to keep up with, to constantly be doing something, because sometimes I just need to sit back and chill, which is a very unfortunate thing with me trying to quit, because where I quit smoking, boredom, a lack of things to do, that's one of the moments where you find yourself really craving something like a cigarette, to occupy your time and give you something to do. So to replace my cravings, I didn't even realize this, but I've taken up eating a little more frequently and more junkier foods than I used to eat. So lo and behold, here we are, probably about 4 weeks since the last time that I really kind of paid a whole lot of attention to this. But, approximately 4 weeks ago, I weighed about 163 pounds. And I tipped the scales yesterday at 180. And you probably can't tell watching this video from previous videos, because I did shave probably about 5 pounds worth of facial hair off. But no, all the weight that I'm carrying is in my stomach, my ass, and my thighs. And there's nothing wrong with it, not body shaming myself or anybody else here. Just, for me personally, I'm not really comfortable with it. So I want to do something about it. But I definitely need to alter my eating habits, because quitting smoking, I replaced it with eating junk food. And in return, even though I feel healthier, the trend that I'm on right now eventually is going to negatively affect my health again, just in a different way. So I need to get control of the thought process that I'm in now, which is overeating, basically. And not so much overeating, but eating the wrong things. Lots of sugar, lots of fatty foods, candies. Gotta stop that. Other than that, life is basically just normal. Nothing really stands out aside from those things at this point. Of course, I've discussed changes in previous updates, for these weekly updates that I'm doing. But, this week in particular, 7 weeks in, really the only new development now is just knowing that I'm still having cravings, of course, and just the overeating thing and the eating the wrong foods and gaining weight. So to all those people out there that have talked about that in the past, and me myself, like I said, I never really had that problem. I've always been a real little, just tall, skinny guy. So to be experiencing this for myself, kind of like a wake-up call, and made me realize how much of a struggle that can really be for some people. Because, like I said, I've heard people say things like that before about, I'm afraid of quitting smoking because I'll gain weight. And I always wrote that off as, you shouldn't be thinking about that. But, that does factor in for some people, as I know now myself. Didn't even realize. So I quit smoking, and I'm sleeping a little better than I used to. So really, all this comes down to now for me is working exercise into my routine, and see how much my life changes overall. And hopefully, I can do this exercise thing instead of what I've been doing, as I just discussed, which is just basically sitting around being bored, thinking about smoking and controlling my cravings by eating. Hopefully I can work exercise into my routine from here on out so I can be sleeping better, eating right, and exercising. You know, these are like the three main things that can be a life-changing experience, and all these are just the things that you're supposed to do for yourself anyway. But so many of us just get caught up in just life and the way it is, and stress and work and social life, that we don't really take care of ourselves in just the basic ways. And those could be the key just by themselves to living a better life and feeling better. Controlling our anxiety for those of us that have anxiety, you know? But anyway, before I go off on too much of a rant about all that other stuff, 7 weeks smoke-free. Hopefully I continue down this path and continue to stay smoke-free for 7 years, and then 70 years. I don't know if I'll still be alive in 70 years. But if I am, I'll be really old. I'll probably not even be able to lift my hand to be able to smoke cigarettes, so hopefully I won't be smoking during that time anyway. Thank you for popping in for this update. I hope to see everybody in the next video. I hope everybody's staying smoke-free or working on quitting, and hopefully that works out for you and you do quit. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.